There are people that have welcomed negative pattern into their lives by what? Ignorance. Let me give an example. There's this story that was the testimony somehow was shared by a woman, and I'm going to bring out two examples from it. So this woman, she has been trusting God for a child for a very long time. I think the child was not forthcoming. Like I said, sometimes the average believer in this country, we are, what will I call it? We are just one step to being a ritualist. We go to anywhere that we can get answer, even if it's not of God. So this woman, she went to this herbalist, and then the herbalist, did something for her. She gave birth. Then she brought the baby back to the herbalist. True life story. When she brought this baby back to the herbalist, so the man now told her that when this baby is around so years, rather 20 years or something, that she should come back. There's a sacrifice that they need to make for this baby. Now this woman now said, but that time, because this herbalist is very old. So the one now said, that time I'm not sure you'll be alive anymore. Do you know what the herbalist replied? There was a small boy that was running around in that herbalist house. He said, I will not be around, but this small boy will be around. Now that boy has already been implicated without even knowing. So tomorrow that boy says he will not serve that altar, and he keeps running away. You'll see things not working because the altar will continue to fight. Now that same baby too that they brought, that baby now has now committed an altar. He will now begin to fight that baby from small. If he says, he wants to serve the Lord, he does not want to come for the sacrifice. See, that's why I said there are altars, there are certain negative patterns that are sponsored by what? Ignorance. There are certain people who came into certain negative pattern begin to find expression over their life. They know nothing about it. It's something that their parents or their forefathers came into agreement. So, number one, by ignorance. Number two, by covenant. Now, years ago, I was attending a local church, and this particular person, the story of her life or his life, I've forgotten, I think a man or thereabout, he acted a movie out of it, and they brought it to our church for us to watch. Now, what's this story? Years ago, his forefather, one of his forefathers, this man was, I think, hunter. So every time he goes out, but this particular day he went out, consistently for a while, he was not catching any meat. Then, at one particular day he went out, I think he was about to maybe take a shot at one particular animal or something. Then he had an encounter. And then this particular being told him that we will give you meat as much as you want. Holding the maybe great grandfather or something, as much as you want. And then this man agreed. But they said your firstborn, I think it was every of your first son, whether poverty or something. According to what they said you are taking their resources, like the resources they should have, you are taking it now, like you are bringing their future to yourself. So all of this is we are giving to you. Every firstborn from this family will always go through financial stress. And then the man agreed to it. The first child that was going through now went to Lagos, became a believer, and then God now began to show him the things, the covenant that his forefather entered. So there are people that did what? That there are certain negative patterns, strong goal that is finding expression over their life because certain people in their life gave that, they enter into a covenant that begin to find expression over their life.